tuned to the MixMaster DJ Ramon, playing nothing but hits.
So we call it FYAH Radio this Saturday afternoon. It's the MixMaster DJ Ramon, and as we do on this program every Saturday, we shine the spotlight on an artist that is, in our opinion, a very good artist. I will say our opinion, we mean the opinion of the DJ. And we believe that this artist that we are featuring this afternoon is Reggae Royalty. She is award-winning golden voice singer, Lady JC Lodge. Let me remind you who JC Lodge is. So until we try to get her on the phone, let's go. One. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello there. How are you?
Lady JC Lodge.
Good to be here. It's very good to be here.
How are you, ma'am? How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. Very well.
Welcome to FYAH Radio this Saturday afternoon, and it's afternoon in our neck of the woods. I know it's nighttime in your neck of the woods, and we just want to say thank you for taking time out to speak to us on this program this afternoon. Welcome.
Sure, it's my pleasure. It's 5:11 p.m. here, but it's still early for me. I wouldn't be in bed yet.
Oh, my word. I want to say thank you for gracing us with your presence this afternoon. It is indeed a pleasure to speak to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So just in case our listeners don't remember who JC Lodge is, let me remind you. Let's go. A lady that gave you a slew of hits. Listen.
Gotta make it up to you, my love. Make it up. Gotta make it up to you, my love. Make it up to you. I thought I could make it on my own till you left and I found myself alone.
Come on. This is a pleasure this afternoon because I get to expose some of the greatest talents that have come out of the little island of Jamaica or been attached to the island of Jamaica. So, Lady JC, we know you as JC Lodge, but can you share with us, like, what is the name that your parents gave to you?
Well, it was my dad that named me. And the thing is that he thought I was going to be a boy, so he was going to call me Junior. Yeah. Then he found out very late that I was going to be a girl, and he told me that he just shortened the name to June. So I thought that was a bit weird, and I never liked it for me. So when I became an artist, I decided on initial. My middle name is Carol. I decided on JC.
Oh, so your connection was a little bit off just now. So you said the name given was June, shortening for Junior. But what did you say about the rest of it?
Oh, I said that I never felt like a June. I never really enjoyed that name. My dad used to call me Junie, which I didn't mind, but I just don't feel the name June. So when I started a music career, I decided not to use that name, but to use JC. Okay.
So the correct name is June Carol Lodge.
Carol.
My word. I want to say thank you for gracing us with your presence this afternoon. So at what age did you know you wanted to do music, or how did you get into music at the first? How was it? How did you get into music?
It was quite by chance, really. I used to go to Alpha Academy. Yes. And I used to sing a lot in the classroom. And so my classmates used to admire my voice. And because of that, then they pushed me forward to do school concerts. But I was always very shy, so I was reluctant. Then straight out of school, or just before I left school, I met a young man called Errol, who's now my manager and husband and partner for life.
What?
And at the time, he was interested in songwriting, and his songs sounded very good. Well, I should say they looked good because they were on paper. And then he told me that he needed someone to sing them, and he sang them to me. But it was difficult for me to pick up the melody from his singing. But yeah, but we worked it out. And eventually we had quite a few songs that we put on an audio cassette.
Yes.
And I added harmonies to enhance them.
Uh-huh.
And then the idea was that we would take them to people in the music business and see if anybody would be interested in recording those songs.
Yes.
Yeah, but eventually it went and eventually ended up at Joe's studio.
No, I'm sorry, ma'am, but it's, you said unfortunately, and then it went off. So could you repeat that?
Okay. So the cassette that we made with Errol's songs and my singing.
Yes.
Went through a lot of different hands. You know, people said encouraging things, and it gave us an incentive to continue pressing on, trying to get interest. And finally, we ended up at Joe Gibbs' studio, where we met Errol Thompson, Joe Gibbs' engineer at the time, his chief engineer.
You mean Errol Thompson, the ET that radio personality back in the day?
No, not the radio one. This was Joe Gibbs' chief engineer.
Okay.
That was based at the studio, at Joe Gibbs' studio.
Okay.
Yeah, another ET. So he told us that we couldn't listen to it then, but we should come back like in a week's time. And this went on for months. So I don't know why we bothered to keep going back, but we did. We must have had enough hope, you know?
Yes.
And eventually our day came. Because there were always so many people waiting in the yard to be given a chance, you know?
Yes.
To sing or something. So eventually it was our day, and E.T. had listened to the tape, and he said to me, "Is who sing them song, yeah?" And I said, "That's me." And he said, "Oh, we want to do something with you." And so the first song he presented was "Do That To Me One More Time" by Captain and Tennille. I don't know if you know that song.
Yes, I know the song.
Anyway, so I recorded that, and as far as we know, it was only released in the Bahamas.
Yes.
But I think it was a test. And eventually they said, "Yeah, we have another song we want you to record. This one is Someone Loves You, Honey." And so that was the first.
Yeah, huh? But what age were you at that time? How old were you at that time?
So by the time that came out, I was about 23.
Yes.
Yeah, I was about 23.
Someone Loves You, Honey. That's the second song you said you did for E.T.
For Joe Gibbs. Yeah, E.T. was the engineer. Yeah.
All right. So just in case our listeners don't remember Someone Loves You, Honey, this is the song. This is the lady that sings this very popular song that everybody know, but maybe did not know that it was JC Lodge. This song.
I wanna share your life. Every minute, every day and night. And I want you to know that whatever you do and wherever you go, remember someone loves you, honey.
Oh, that smooth, sultry voice of Lady JC Lodge. Someone loves you, honey. Now, Lady JC Lodge, listen, a lot of people did not know until you mentioned it just now that this song was not a original song done by you, but an original song from Charlie Pratt, you know.
Well, it's not Charlie Pratt's song either. He sang it just like I did.
Okay. So,
The writer was called something Divini.
okay. So you see that?
Yeah.
Many of us know only this version of the song, and this is the one that we know and love. This song is etched in the annals of Jamaican music and cannot be replaced. So I want to tell you thanks for taking this song and doing it for us.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Yeah.
All right.
I'm glad I did it.
Yes. We are glad that you did it. Because it speaks to a lot of lives and a lot of people and how they feel about other people. So we just want to say thank you for doing music and sharing it with us.
Yeah.
All right. So I have this song labeled as being done in 1981. Is
1980, actually.
1980. Okay. So I'm off.
Yeah.
All right. But
very close.
okay, thank you. All right, so this song, based on what I understand, was one of the first songs out of Jamaica, reggae songs that broke into the mainstream in the United States. Do you know anything about that?
That comment is really for Telephone Love.
Pardon me?
That comment really relates to Telephone Love.
Telephone Love?
Yes. Telephone Love was one of the first Jamaican songs to break into the US, the black US urban market.
Oh, okay. But we have quite
But
a few.
Someone Loves You, Honey did very well internationally as well.
All right. So based on my research, it was number one in Belgium. In Belgium, it was.
Yes, in the Netherlands.
And the Netherlands, like number one for a number of weeks. And it peaked at number 25 on the German charts.
Yes, it became record of the year in the Netherlands.
Yes.
And I earned gold and platinum discs for that record.
Oh my word. So thank you for doing good music. Thank you for doing good music. So after this one, and it did good, what was the next one, or what happened from there with Joe Gibbs?
Yeah, well, as soon as we did that single, we worked on an album, which was also called Someone Loves You, Honey. And then we managed to get two of Errol's songs on that album.
Okay.
Stalemate and Pushover were the names of them. So we were proud of that because, remember, that was our main aim.
Yes.
To get our songs out.
Yes, your original songs.
Yes, we've always been interested in writing, original material and getting it out. So, so we did that album with Joe Gibbs, and again, it did well in the Netherlands, but he made a mistake. When he released the single in Jamaica, he remembered to put the name I asked him to, which was JC Lodge. But when he did the album release, he forgot and put June Lodge on it. So there's a little bit of confusion sometimes if people don't know that it's the same artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can you remember the name of the album? Or you said it was Someone Loves You, Honey?
The album is called Someone Loves You, Honey, just like the single.
Okay. And that was 1980. 80. So what was the next single or song from the album that did very well for you, that brought you into mainstream music, so to speak?
Yeah, my next single after that was More Than I Can Say, which was another cover song that was written by an English guy called Leo Sayer. And that did well in Jamaica, and I think Jamaicans all around the world loved that song as well, my version.
So let me remind them of the song More Than I Can Say. Lady JC Lodge.
Yeah.
Unmistakable voice, Lady JC Lodge. Listen, I'm trying to wipe the smile off my face this evening. I'm trying my best to.
No, don't wipe it off.
I'm trying my best to. I'm not supposed to be blushing talking to someone on the phone. But listen, this is special. This is epic. This is good. Lady JC Lodge, I want to just tell you thanks for spending your night with us here on this program. Thank you so much, all right? Thank you.
That's fine. I'm enjoying it so far.
All right. So More Than I Can Say. And this was a big song back in Jamaica based on what, yes, based on my research. And so, all right. So at this stage, what was happening with you in the music? Like, so you did the album. What was going on at that point?
Yeah, I have to say, to be honest, that I hadn't really decided to become a singer at that point. I was kind of thrown into the mix. I wasn't prepared for it. So with the success of the first of Someone Loves You Honey, people expected me to be this professional, established artist, when really I had no experience, you know. So I remember when the song had done so well in the Netherlands, I had been invited there to do some touring. And I remember saying, can I do as few shows as possible? You know, because I was so shy and just really afraid to sing in front of people.
Okay.
So it took me a while to get used to that. I used to like acting at school. I was quite good at acting, but singing I felt more vulnerable, you know, more exposed, because I was just being myself. So it took me a while to get used to that experience.
So people, just in case you did not know, Lady JC Lodge is not just a singer. And I must say a very good singer, but she is also an actor. Yeah. So you want to tell us something about your acting career? Because you had a very successful acting career too. You want to tell us about that?
Yeah, I was one of the cast members of Royal Palm Estate for a while. And I also used to work with Louis Marriott Productions a lot. You know, so I was in a lot of plays, and we'd travel around the island doing performances.
But I don't want you to gloss over that, because Royal Palms Estate was a very, 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 very big hit TV show back in Jamaica.
Yeah,
so
it was very good.
It was. So you said you played in that show? You can remember?
Yes, I didn't have a main role though. It wasn't a main role.
Okay.
I was just one of I can't remember the character's name, but Adam Hyde. I was one of his girlfriends. I can't remember his character name because it's so long now.
Okay.
But I know the show was very popular. People enjoyed it, you know, and I enjoyed taking part in it.
It was a big show in Jamaica. One more aspect of Lady JC Lodge life is that she is also a teacher. So you are very multifaceted. Like you have a lot of prongs attached to you. So you're a singer, you're an actor, you're a teacher. You want to tell us about that?
Well, before I got into teaching, I was also an artist in Jamaica. I used to paint and do arts and craft and sell a lot of my pieces to individuals and also through stores. So that was something that I did a lot of and took part in a few exhibitions as well. But then when we relocated to London, I decided to get involved in teaching because I really enjoyed working with children. And I had some experience of that in Jamaica because when I had my daughter, I started making up songs for her at home to help her with her learning, you know, mainly social skills like you know, the magic words, please, thank you, excuse me, I'm sorry, learning how to wait your turn when you want to speak to someone and they're talking already, being kind to animals, things like that.
Yes.
I started to write these songs and Errol said to me, he thinks other parents would appreciate these songs for their children. So we ended up making 3 albums of children's educational songs, but done in a fun way.
Yes.
And eventually Television Jamaica, TVJ, heard these songs and they approached us to do a children's TV series.
Yes.
So there I used my acting skills, my drawing skills, and Errol used his IT skills and his managerial skills. We put all our skills together to make that production. So we had a 13-part television series called Sing and Learn.
The word. So Lady JC.
I think that's what inspired me to get into teaching.
So you are a singer, and we know you most of all for your singing. You're very good singing. Then you're an actor. You're an artist. You're an artist. I mean, you're a painter. You are a teacher, but you're also an author.
Yes.
Oh, my word. My word. Wow.
I do like writing, and one of the things that I hope to become more known for and appreciated for before I leave this planet is my songwriting.
Yes.
Yeah, because Errol started off being the songwriter in the family, but he influenced me. And later on, when I started working with Gussie Clark, who's a very famous Jamaican producer, he was one of the first producers I knew of that had a stable of songwriters because he appreciated the value of having people write original material, not just cover songs that other people have written, usually from overseas. So working with him, I grew to appreciate songwriting even more and realize that I could do it as well, you know? So I've developed that over the years.
All right. So,
and I think that...
Yes. Finish what you were saying, Mama. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, so I think people haven't heard most of the songs I've written because they are usually on my albums. And most people don't know that I have lots of albums. I've got 14 albums.
Yes, you say 13 albums?
Yes, 13, I think it's 14 now.
Oh my word. It's a very accomplished artist, but for some reason or the other, you're in the background and we don't know all these things about you as an artist. There are so many songs that you have done that we know and we love, but we can't identify them with you. One big song, and I have something to tell you, and I hope you know about it, but let me feature some of the songs first. This one, Lady JC Lodge, a big song from the 80s. This one is out of Gussie Clark Studio, Music World.
Give a little love today. Give a little love away. Give a little love today. Give a little love every day. Everybody needs a little love sometimes. Something to show them that you care.
So I don't want to stay on the older songs too long, but I have to remind the audience of some of the big songs that Lady JC Lodge did. One more.
A little love that slowly grows and grows, not one that comes and goes. That's all I want from you.
One more big song from Lady JC Lodge. She have big songs. She have a lot of big songs. One more big song.
The time is right. You hold me tight, and love's got me high. Say no, honey, not tonight. I need to have you next to me in more ways than one, and I refuse to leave till I see the morning sun creep through your window pane. 'Cause love won't be away.
And she's not done. More big songs.
I know you know, but where there's a will, there's got to be a way. I'm gonna get you.
Lady JC Lodge here with us.
Where there's a will, there's a way, and I'm gonna make you mine somehow, someday. Where there's a will, there's a way, and I'm gonna make you mine.
Another song that has been etched in the music history of Jamaica that cannot be erased. This one, Lady JC Lodge. This is a song that people identifies her with most. Big song, big song. So Lady JC Lodge.
Yes, DJ Ramon.
Which one are you?
Let me just say something.
Yes.
Hold on, let me just say something.
Yes.
So we touched on Give a Little Loving.
Yes.
That's a song I wrote for Gussie Clark with them. So thank you for playing an original.
Yeah.
Then you touched A Little Love. It's a favorite song of mine, but it was made popular by the great Jimmy London, and I just want to mention him because I don't think he's given the credit he's due.
Okay.
But you played a song that is not one of mine, Where there's a will, there's a way. That wasn't me. I'm not sure who that artist is. What was the last one you did?
Where there's a will, that's not you?
No.
Well, I have it labeled as as JC Lodge, so I'm going to have to go back and see, because I know I cut most of these songs from vinyl, so I may have made a mistake. But so yeah, but tell us.
Never mind. I appreciate your enthusiasm.
So tell us of the songs that you have done, which song do you believe is your most successful song?
Well, it's a toss-up between Telephone Love and Someone Loves You Honey. And it's usually dependent on the age of the person or maybe the location of that person as to which one they prefer.
All right. So I'm going to play this song and I'm going to give you a backstory about this song. This one, listen.
Hi, JC, this is Tiger. I hear you were saying some nice things about me. And when I come to you, I want you to say this to me personally. See? Come on, tell me. Huh.
Never saw it coming. The world couldn't tell you how.
Oh, my.
Only know I feel this way, and it's too late now. How could you do this to me?
What's that?
No.
So this is JC Lodge and Tiger.
Well, that's okay.
Yes.
Take warning. Don't play around.
If you give your love to Tiger, you can't go wrong. After you love the Tiger, you know one no more man.
All right. So, Lady JC, is this a original song? You wrote the part?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So,
And it is one of my favorite songs that I've done. I love that combination with Tiger. We were working with Gussie at the time, and Errol had suggested that Tiger go on this rhythm with me. We weren't actually there when Tiger put on his part.
yes.
You know, I did my section and then Tiger did his on another day. So I didn't get to meet him there, but I met him at a show after that, you know.
Yes.
But he was such a great DJ. Loved Tiger, and I love what he did on that track.
All right.
But yeah, that's my original.
So how are you with royalty on this song? Because I want to share something with you, and then maybe you can go and do your research so you can get what you are deserving. How are you with royalties on this song?
I don't know that I've seen that song in particular on a statement. I'd have to dig up some statements and review that. I can't really say off the top of my head.
So call me a snitch or call me whatever. But this song, I know between 2013 and 2015 that I know of, this song was on repeat at Walt Disney World's Blizzard Beach. Every single day, this song was being played at Blizzard Beach. So I want you to go and do your research and get your lawyers and get some money. This song was, I'm telling you, I know that for a fact because I worked there. Between 2013 and 2015, this song was played every day on repeat, all day.
Well, I'm happy to hear that, and that does bear some research. Yes. Thank you.
Yes. So, it is my pleasure to talk to you because I'm saying it. I've been following music for a while. And based on what I've come to understand with the artists, especially out of Jamaica, that they have not been given their due. And their music,
yeah, most of the time that's true.
Their music has been used all over the world by other people, and they have to be scraping at the bottom of the pile basically to get. So I'm begging you, go and do your research. Blizzard Beach, it was Blizzard Disney, Blizzard Beach.
Yeah.
From 2013. I can speak to that from 2013 to 2015. Whilst I was there, this song was on repeat every single day. All right.
If you run into Tiger, tell him to.
I hope we get the opportunity to speak to him. I hope we get the opportunity to speak to him. All right. So back to the reasoning, but Telephone Love was a big song by itself, but then it was remixed with Shabarangs and it became a bigger song.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, to be honest,
yes,
Shaba's version on there with me is great.
Yes.
But that's not the one that hits in the States so much. It was my version that did well first.
Yes. Yeah, we know it was a big song by itself, and then Shaba was added to it, and it became a bigger song. But I just want to tell you thanks, ma'am, for doing good music, exposing good music to us. All right, so those songs were from late 80s, 90s. So what has been happening with JC Lodge musically since then?
Well, as I said, we relocated to London for various reasons. And I wouldn't say that it was a great move musically, because I think that if we had stayed in Jamaica, maybe things would have been different at that time. But we had to come here, and I've been working with several different producers since living here. So I have done quite a few singles with different UK-based but Jamaican producers.
Mm-hmm.
And I did 2 albums for Jetstar, which was the main record production and distribution company here. They're closed now. But I did 2 albums for them called Reggae Country.
Mm-hmm.
And Danny Ray was the producer of those projects, and I'm quite proud of those. I don't know if you've heard any of the tracks on those songs, but they're all country flavored reggae songs. Mostly covers, but I did try and put some originals on as well.
You can't remember any other songs from those albums?
Well, one of my originals that was on there is called Another Bill. You can check that out.
Okay.
Another Bill.
Another Bill?
Yeah.
I can't say I have that one, but
you have to look for it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I can't look whilst we're on the thing, but yeah.
No, you can't find it now, but in future.
Yes, I will.
Yeah. So those albums were Reggae Country. The first one was Reggae Country, and the second one was Reggae Country 2.
Okay. Reggae Country and Reggae Country 2. So what is happening with JC Lodge at the present moment, musically or otherwise? What are you doing now?
So I'm still working on, I have an album that's not yet released called Passion Fruit. It's available online for downloading, but we haven't done, we haven't done hard copies of it. And we're working on several projects now for different people. So one of the projects that I'm excited about, I've done an original song for them, and we gave you a little taste of it. It will be released in another couple of weeks. It's going to be on an EP with other artists as well, like Wayne Almond from Chalice, Luciano, Pinchers. I had the list, I've written the list somewhere and I don't have it with me right now. And you're going to be given your own personal copy of this EP in a few weeks' time when it's released. But if you'd like to touch that song, my song on that track that they're going to do the EP of, it's called Love Uprising.
Let me try to find the song. Let me try to find it.
Yeah.
Calling all who understand me, calling all who feel like I do. We're gonna make this happen. Starting out with
Uprising.
Let's be more tolerant, patient, and open. Doesn't have to take money to just let a little hope in. Don't you think it's time for a love uprising? Don't you think it's a crime to see all this fighting? Why don't you and I try to get the ball rolling? Maybe then we'll start a love uprising.
Love Uprising, Lady JC Lodge. I like that one. I like it.
Good. So let me just finish. I was telling you the names of the other people on the EP.
Yes.
So apart from Wayne Almond from Chalice and Luciano,
yes,
Pinchers, there's also going to be one by Carlton Coffee and Stevie Maleku.
Okay.
So that will be coming out 2 weeks' time, or around 2 weeks' time.
So,
and you will be getting a copy of that.
Thank you so much. So you have an idea what's the EP will be called?
No, the guy who's producing it hasn't given me the name yet. I think they're still considering that.
Okay. All right. So we're looking forward to getting that one, and so we can expose it. So we have been given a number of newer songs by Lady JC Lodge, and this one is one of the songs that I like of the song this song. I like this one. Let me play it again one more time so my listeners. Over. Lady JC Lodge.
Well, it's time for goodbye. We both gave it our best try. No one's right, no one's wrong. We just danced to a different drum. And now the only way to move is on. Now the only way to move is on. You are night, I am day. We don't see things the same way. What you are, and now the only way to fly is away.
So, Lady JC, you said this is a original song. Over.
It's away.
Yes, DJ Ramon.
All right.
It's original.
Original song. And you want to give us a backstory? You said about this song, it was number one where?
In New York a few months ago.
In New York.
It's on the Lion King music label.
Lion King music label. I like this one. It's a good song. I like it.
Well, it's time for goodbye. We both gave it our best try. No one's right.
So people, this is Fun Vibes Radio. On our Saturday, we expose the greatest talents of the world. And today we have Lady JC Lodge with us, gracing us with her presence. Listen, it is a honor to speak to this woman that has been doing so much good music. I feel honored to be able to speak to you, Lady JC Lodge. I want to expose one more song, a newer song. People, that song Over, I want you to go and listen to it, stream it Over. It did very well in New York. It was number one on the charts a couple of weeks ago. So go and stream it, look for it, and play it so that Lady JC Lodge can get some of the royalties and the riches. One more song from Lady JC Lodge, a song called Unbroken. Let's go.
Soft, our muscles weak, easily bruised, easy to defeat. But that's just the physical part. That's not our heart nor our mind. Mother of all who walk this earth, yet so much more than vessel birth. We nurture, teach, advise. Our sacrifice has no end. It's spirits, no limits. When we want it, we take it. Check history, it full away. From manic to sequel to fury, we stand firm on our terms. Fight for what women deserve. Equal rights and justice. Without this, we won't ever stop. They won't put us off. No, before we will rise again, stand back up. In the face of everything, we're unbroken. When we show that.
This one has a happy vibe. Even though it is a message music, but it has some vibe to it, a happy vibe to it.
Yeah.
Unbroken. So, Lady JC Lodge, tell us where we can find your music. Where can you be found, like for bookings? How do your fans connect with you? Tell us how to get to you.
Well, JC Lodge Music. And on YouTube, you just put JC Lodge and all my stuff will come up. Anywhere that you would normally download music, you put JC Lodge, my music will come out. Instagram, JC Lodge Official.
JC,
so I'm not hard to find.
It's
not hard to find my music if you're really looking for it.
If you're looking for the music. So people go and stream JC Lodge, her music, so you can find and support her as an artist, because she has put in some work. And it is my belief that the people that have done their work should be properly compensated. So one more song from Lady JC Lodge, some of the newer projects that she has, and this one is called Child of Love. So, Lady JC Lodge, you want to share with us some of the places that you have gone to perform musically? Some of the places that you have gone?
Yes, and just before I do that, I forgot to say that you can also find me on Facebook. I have a fan page on Facebook, and you can hear my music there as well. JC Lodge, okay?
All right, so repeat all the handles, the social media handles that you can be found at. Repeat it slowly so that people will go and search.
So there's Instagram, that's JC Lodge Official. YouTube, you just put JC Lodge Music. Facebook is JC Lodge. And any of the download sites that you would normally go to download music, you will find me on those sites. You know, Amazon, etc.
Yes. Okay. So
and then in terms of where I've been,
yes.
Funny, I just wanted to mention that fairly recently, in the last, let's say the last 4 years, we discovered that we have a fan base amongst the Polynesian people. These are people that live on islands in the Pacific.
Oh.
And the backstory to that is that at some point in time, someone took some Jamaican albums to these Pacific islands, and artists like Pam Hole, Bitsy McLean, myself, and quite a few others, these people grew up listening to these albums. Okay. So it's just, as I said, about 4 years ago, we started to get people from that community reaching out to us to ask us to come and do shows for them. And they told us that, you know, they've grown up listening to our stuff. So this was quite surprising, but also rewarding. And it highlights the fact that all kinds of people love reggae.
Yes.
It reaches people in a special way. You know?
It's a universal music, and
it's new. Yeah.
So as you're on that point, can you tell us if you are still connected with the music that is coming out of Jamaica, and if you are, what is your take on the type of music that is being done now?
Well, I listen to some of it. I wouldn't say that I'm fully tapped in on a daily basis, but sometimes something catches my attention and then I, you know, penetrate it further. And I would say on a positive note that I'm very keen on a lot of the young ladies coming out of Jamaica now, especially the ones who write their own songs. You know, they seem to have good management because they're doing great productions and great videos. They look good. You know, the material sounds progressive. So I'm proud of that.
Yes.
But I also think that on the negative side, the music, some of the dancehall music has deteriorated in that the content of it, I don't think it's very universal. You know? It's just too much of the same thing being said all the time about either some sort of sexual reference, you know, talking about women's body parts, talking about guns, you know, their cars or whatever, material possessions that they think are important. Those don't appeal to me very much.
So I want to absolve you of the responsibility now, because you're an artist and people tend to knock the artist, but I can say it in my own words, because it is my opinion that the music is not, I would say it is trash. Most of the dancehall music now is trash. So people, this is not JC Lodge. It's not her opinion. It is my opinion. I am saying the music is trash because there is beat and there are words, but there is no substance to the music. And that is my opinion. So I don't know if JC Lodge shared that, but she did not say that. So I'm saying it. So don't go knocking her. Listen, my back broad, so I can take the beating or the whipping. So she did not say that. I am saying that. But
yeah.
So give us some advice that you would give now, say, for instance, to an artist, a young artist coming up. Something that maybe you learned late or you didn't know when you just got into music. Something that would help them to become a mainstay artist-wise. And let me say, like say, for instance, a JC Lodge that broke into music, mainstream music in 1980 and is still relevant now. Her music from then is being played now. What advice would you give to an artist, say someone that wants to do music now? What advice would you give them to say, get into it?
That's a tricky one, really, you know, because the reggae industry is not really thriving at the moment. Very few people are getting anywhere in the industry. So for me to be recommending things to people, I don't think I'm in that position. All I can say is that, as I've said, you know, the young women that I see coming out of Jamaica now who are good songwriters, they know how to get the out. They seem to have good management, good quality video productions. I think they're on the right track. They don't need me to tell them anything. You know, they know much more than I knew when I was their age. You know, I just think that what's happening, what needs to change is how we as artists and our management are going to reach the wider audience. That's the problem. I mean, here in England, I can speak of the experience I have here. Radio stations here, the main radio stations, do not play reggae music. Unless it's a Bob Marley, now and again, maybe a Sean Paul, maybe a Shaggy. And that's about it, really. So, you know, that's a huge problem, because back in the day when reggae was at its heights here in England, it was being played on mainstream radio. So everybody had a chance to hear it. And once you get to hear it, you love it.
So
once the quality is there.
So do you believe that is so based on the lack of substance, or the substance or the lack thereof?
There are many arguments as to why this happened. Some people say that it's when Jamaican artists started bashing gays, bashing gayness.
Yeah.
They felt that many people in the industry, decided to lock off on Jamaican music because of that. Some people think that.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't really say what the real reason is, but I do know that many stations that used to play reggae don't anymore. Well, the station doesn't exist anymore. Many of the record stores have closed. That big Jetstar that I mentioned, they're a big production house and distributor. They closed down. So this is all a sign of something.
Yeah.
What caused that? What caused it? Why is reggae no longer mainstream music here in England? And England was a big platform for reggae music. People used to look, even though Jamaica is the source of reggae music, people used to look to England at what was on the chart here. And that helped to promote reggae worldwide, as well as Jamaica, So it's a big loss that we're not on the main stage here.
But
so I don't know if this is something that can change over time, with more and more quality artists coming out who know what they're about, have a very clear idea of what they want to do, and they're presenting good quality productions. I don't know if that can eventually turn things around.
Well, we can hope. We can hope. And for those
we have
of us,
hope. I still have hope.
For those of us that can pray, we are going to invite prayer into it now, because that is what it is going to take also. Those who can pray, let us pray. Because this music, when I started listening to reggae music, it was, in my opinion, a universal music that so many people spoke of. If you listen to people that in the African countries that they would say when they were going through their struggles, reggae music brought them through. People in South Africa, people in Zimbabwe and all these things. The music that was coming out of Jamaica helped them to go through their struggles. Now I can't say,
because the messages that relate to those messages, the messages were about their struggle. So there was that link,
Yeah.
Yeah, but when we're just talking about women's body parts and cars and guns and things, that's not uplifting. It's not helping anyone.
And the truth is, the people that are other parts of the world can't identify with the things that they're saying. So, for instance, a car that is a Tida in Jamaica, a very popular car in Jamaica. Nobody that lives in the United States knows what a Tida is. And all these other cars that they mention, Mark X and all these songs, and the lick out Glock, pull out my Glock and all these things. People here can't identify with it. So they hear the beat, but there's no substance for them to go, and it is just in a quagmire as it is right now. But I just want to say, Lady JC Lodge, your music has stood the test of time and is still being played now. So we just want to tell you thanks. Thank you for doing good music. And by extension, thank you for taking your time out, even after midnight now in your neck of the woods, to just speak with us, to share with us your musical journey. For the most part, it is impossible to encompass your whole musical journey in a 1 hour interview, because we've gone a little bit over the time, but it is impossible because you are so accomplished in so many different areas that we could speak about. So we just want to tell you thanks for just gracing us with your presence this afternoon. It is indeed a pleasure. And some of us over here love and appreciate you for what you have done. Thank you.
Well, I thank you for the opportunity to speak and expose some of the songs people have. I thank you for your insight, your enthusiasm, and your respect. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
No problem. All right, so we're gonna let you go with. Pardon me?
Are you gonna go out with another song?
No, I didn't hear you. Go again. Your connection just went off a little bit.
Oh, are you going to go out with one more song?
Yes. One more song from Lady JC Lodge. Is there a particular song that you would want us to go out with? Because there are so many other songs that tell us that
you could go out with. Have you got Blood from Stone?
Blood from Stone. Try to find it. Blood from Stone. Yes, Blood from Stone. Here we go. Lady JC Lodge, Blood from Stone.
It's always the same thing, all taking, no giving. Look how much I put in, doesn't that mean anything? Well, I'm a human being, yes, and I've got feelings. They may see me as a cog in their machine, but I'll never fit in. What do they want? Blood from stone. What do they want? Do they want blood from stone? Well, I can't give any more than I've been giving them before. I've got to show that I'm in the know, so they won't try any trickery on me. Let them try to squeeze me.
All right, so Lady JC Lodge, before we let you go, you want to give us the inspiration for this song, Blood from Stone. Tell us about the inspiration for this song.
It's just the struggles that we have in life, you know, the people that you encounter sometimes that seem to be. I read this recently, that you have to be careful of people who might be in your circle, but they're not in your corner.
Wow, that's deep.
And I thought that was a very good line. Not my original line. Marcia Aiken sent me some quotes, and that was amongst the quotations she sent me, and I really liked it.
Yeah, that one is deep.
So, you know, so that's what life is like sometimes, you know. You have people that are just not really meaning you any good, but it's a part of life, and you have to learn how to handle yourself and, you know, overcome these obstacles and hurdles and stay true to yourself. So this song,
this song is a message song. And I just want to tell you, thank you again. Thank you so much for just taking your time out to speak to us. At some point or the other, we're gonna reach out so we can do part 2 to this interview, because there is no way we could encompass all that is JC Lodge up in a 1 hour interview. So we just want to tell you thanks at the moment. We're going to speak behind the scenes so we can get, and when the EP comes about, please let us have it so we can expose good music as you have always been doing. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your...
Thank you, DJ Ramon.
All right. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your night over there in the UK. I want to shout out everybody in the UK. Lady JC Lodge, walk good. Take care. Continue to do good music. Some of us listening and some of us appreciate it. All right.
Yes, and I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
So thank you so much. Fun Vibes Radio it is. On a Saturday, we shine the spotlight on an artist, and we just want to say thank you to Lady JC Lodge. We're going to play this one more time. This song, Blood from Stone, whilst we let her go. Thank you, Lady JC Lodge.
Thank you too.
It's always the same thing, all taking, no giving. Look how much I put in, doesn't that mean anything? Well, I'm a human being, yes, and I've got feelings. They may see me as a cog in their machine, but I'll never fit in. What do they want? Do they want blood from stone? What do they want? Do they want blood from stone? Well, I can't give any more than I've been giving them before, and I've got to show that I'm in the know, so they won't try any trickery on me. Let them try to squeeze me, tighten up the noose. Houdini would be proud to see how easily I slip the knot and then break loose. Whoa. What do they want? Blood from stone.
So people, remember to go stream Lady JC Lodge music.
I ain't taking anymore.
YouTube, Spotify, wherever music is found. Make sure you support the artist. Love is an action word, not just something that we say. And if we love these artists, then we go and stream the music where they will benefit from it. So I want to thank you for making Fun Vibes Radio a part of your afternoon and your evening. I want to say shout out to all the people over there in the UK.
Thank you for listening to the Spotlight segment with MixMaster DJ Ramon. Artist contact information can be found in the video description.